Journey to a fantastic realm of magic and wonder, where a young hero strives against ancient evil. Lead him on a perilous quest to restore an amulet of great power and defeat the dark sorcerer who rules the land. Come to a world of wizards and demons, of bright steel and dark magic, of heroic deeds and base treacheries. Thayer's Quest. The fantasy is yours.
Thayer's Quest, a halcyon fantasy adventure.
A History of the Five Kingdoms. This is a story about greed, about unbridled ambition and power lust, and the disaster resulting from those faults. This is the history of the land. In the days far past, the elder kings ruled the land. Not much is remembered of those times, but the empty castles, the fallen temples, the lost grandeur of their cities haunt our legends. From their citadel in the lost city of Al-Katesh, the elder kings ruled with unsurpassed wisdom. They were an old race, with knowledge and skill to control magic. Yet despite their great power, they could not prevent the waning of their race. So their knowledge would not pass from the world, the elder kings established the Order of the White Wizards, wise men and women from the five kingdoms chosen for their wisdom and potential. The elder kings taught them much of true magic, including their greatest achievement, how to make objects through which the most powerful energies could be focused. The elder kings announced that one wizard would be chosen to lead the High Council of White Wizards. To this wizard, this archmage, would be given all the knowledge of the elder kings, as well as the hand, the amulet that was the source and focus for all magic. All then looked to the brothers, Quoad and Saucerball. They were the most powerful of the White Wizards, though most felt Quoad was the wisest of the two. No one was more aware of Quoad's reputation than Saucerball. Though Quoad always spoke of his brother as an equal, Saucerball chafed whenever he heard Quoad's name spoken before his own. Suddenly he knew how he could prove he was the equal of Quoad. If he were to be made the High Council Archmage, ruler of the five kingdoms, everyone would forever remember the name of Saucerball. The fire built in him. He began to study dark forces and learned much that was evil and strong. Saucerball moved from Al-Katesh and carved out the empty caverns in Shadowin, near the Barren Lands. There he dealt with the dark powers, not realizing he sold a part of himself with each bit of knowledge bought in the shadows. All he could see was power. All he could think of was power, until its image became a chasm of desire too deep ever to be filled. His brother was a hated enemy, a thief, an insect to be squashed. No one mattered, not family, not friend. The only thing that existed was the aggrandizement of Saucerball, the name of Saucerball, and his dealings were hidden from all. In the 7th year of the season of the West Moon, the elder kings gathered all wizards, all rulers, all who would come to watch. At dawn, the announcement was made. Quode would rule as the Archmage. The tumult from the crowd shook the towers and domes of Alcatesh. Everyone was bent on celebration, but Sorcerball waited. There were feasts and street parades. Over the next few days, Quode chose his high council and shared with Sorcerball as much information and learning as he could, trying to ease the agony he saw in his brother's stiff smile. Then, on the 4th night of celebration, the dark powers gathered in Shadowin, behind the Istar gates. There they waited for Sorcerball's command. People exhausted themselves celebrating. No guard stood at the 4 gates into the city. No one was ready for anything but peace. And so Sorcerball's forces swept into the city of Alcatesh. It is said that Quode met his brother in the midst of the broken domes, where the starlight showed sadly through the holes in the ceiling. Quode's dark eyes seemed darker, clouded by betrayal. For as legend says, Sorcerball's treachery struck hardest at Quode by coming from his brother. No one recorded what passed in that meeting with brother facing brother, the dark powers gathered behind the one and the other standing alone. But Quode was not heard from again. He was not killed, however, for later there came stories from those few who traveled in the far reaches and beyond that a wizard, tall and dark and sad, was building a castle hidden in Shadowin, that an abyss of time had been created, and that in the castle, sealed behind the doors, Quode parted the one hand, the amulet which ruled the kingdoms. That was what Sorcerball wanted most from Quode, for with it none could withstand him. To prevent Sorcerball's dark power from possessing it, Quode struck the hand into 5 relics and concealed them. Sorcerball's vengeance was bloody. To the last, the survivors of the great race of the Elder Kings were killed. To the last one but one. For among the Elder Kings was a child not old enough for battle. This child was a girl named Siobhan, and she was given to the Sea Dwellers before the battle that she might live and preserve the memory of the Elder Kings. After the battle, Siobhan was hidden in the Sea Dwellers' pavilion, and there she lived for many hundreds of years, for the Elder Kings were a long-lived race. And Sorcerball searched for her always, for it is said in the moment of his victory, a prophecy came to Sorcerball that he would die by the hand of the last Elder King. Siobhan knew of Sorcerball, but could not leave the sea pavilion in search of the relics. She knew she would be found if she traveled, and she thought she was safe with the Sea Dwellers. The Queen of Iskar, who had just married a new king, was a friend of the Sea Dwellers. She learned of Sorcerball's plans and warned Siobhan, but her husband, Torlok, was corrupted by the power in Shadowin. He poisoned the queen, imprisoned her daughter, and seized the throne. Siobhan fled Iskar. She traveled across the desert that Sorcerball had made of isles and came to the peaceful kingdom of Wygard. There she met the villager Alconred, who fell in love with her. In a year they had a son, and Wygard seemed far from Sorcerball's influence. Sorcerball could not be still. The longing for power still pushed him. His flesh rotted, his body bent. But he lived on, creating an illusory body that much resembled his brother. He sought control in every kingdom. He wanted the hand of power long hidden by Quode. He began to search even further, sending the Black Magician as his emissary, searching for the relics, searching for the last of the Elder Kings. Siobhan knew nothing of this until she heard from several villagers that the Black Magician wanted to know her whereabouts. From legend, she knew of the hand and of Sorcerball's burning desire for it, and she knew intuitively the danger to her child. But Alconred had one hope. He had heard vague rumors of one white wizard who had escaped the carnage at Alcatesh. Perhaps the old man in the forest was he, the old man called Druce. This happened many years ago. It is not known if Siobhan and Alconred found Druce, or if Druce was the last white wizard. Perhaps even now he is training Thayer, preparing him to find the relics of Quode and break the iron grip of Sorcerball. Thus ends the first book of the scribe Edwine's treatise, focused on magic.
The time of the Elder Kings is past. You, old friend, are the last of your race. Farewell.
No, Sorceable. There is one. One who will come in time. Come to destroy you.
Find him!
Enough. So the high race of the Elder Kings passed from the world, destroyed by Sorceable the Twisted. Before the last battle, the Elder Kings established the Order of the White Wizards, of whom I am the last. The wisest and most powerful was our leader, Quode. This amulet is called the Hand, given to Quode by the Elder Kings. Through it, the most powerful magic could be focused. Foreseeing the end, Quode protected the power of the Elder Kings by creating the 5 relics from the amulet. He concealed one relic in each of the 5 kingdoms, for he knew that one day the last of the bloodline of the Elder Kings would come to challenge the might of Sorceable. Quode is gone, but the one who will come remains.
I am ready.
Sorceable is searching for the relics and for you. His power grows while the old magic fades.
Try me. I will find the relics and rejoin them to make the Hand of Quode.
I have tried 22 apprentices over the years, and they have all died. But they were not of the race of the Elder Kings. I will try you. Cast a traveling spell and you will have your final test before I send you against Sorceable and his allies of darkness. Thayer, choose an exit quickly or fail this test of magic. You are my last hope to find the relics of Quode and renew the magic that grows old as I do. But until you hold the relics, be cautious in your use of magic. It can turn against you.
I understand, Druce.
I can only give you this pouch, which holds my last 3 spells. A spell of understanding, of seeing, and a spell of release. Once you use these spells, they are forever gone. Now, choose where in the kingdom of Wygard you wish to begin. The village of Glendo, where once you lived. The haunted waterfalls. Or the Eldritch Forest.
dryads?
Yes, and we know of your quest. Quote was our friend, and we offer you the help of our wood elf staff.
Lothar bound a crystal, a dark enchantment holds it best. So you must use your magic to release this spell of rest. By going to the waterfall, you can be healed of all that ails you. You stand healed of what ails. Travel far. Overlook no source of help. By going to the waterfall, you can be healed of all that ails you.
Greetings, friends of Quode.
Again, we offer this staff. It can help you find what you seek. Take this staff to the fairy circle in the forest and give it to the fairies.
Go away. Strangers aren't welcome.
My son was your age when he learned that the coal fire, which burns on the marsh waste, can destroy the land wares.
Ho, fellow.
Who are you?
Nigel the Huntsman. I know much of these woods. For example, I know that the Crystal of Lothar will enable you to overcome the familiars. Come back sometime and I'll share a story with you.
I've heard that kind of singing before. The fairies must be here.
You have returned that which will give us shielding from Sorsabal. Therefore, we now show you the Castle of Crystal. Goodbye, friend.
Familiars! The fairies have deserted this place. Familiars! The marsh wastes. What a dreary place. I can hardly see where to step.
Take care, my apprentice. Even the magic of the pouch has a limit. The relics. The relics are important.
I'll remember, Truce. I can't see to step. Whoa! Ah! Curse this blinding fog. I wish Druce had shown me how to control weather.
What? You again? I told you to go away.
I can only tell you that I've heard legends of a golden chalice kept in the kingdom of Iskar. Thayer, I remember when you were but a child. Don't you know the guild lords now rule the village?
For the sake of your dead mother, do not trust them.
A troublemaker if I ever saw one.
But I...
Guards, take him.
Leave Wygard, Thayer. The guild lords are tools of the Black Magician, who is Sorsabal's ally.
Flee across the marsh waste and into Isles.
Friend, can you help me?
Druce sent you, didn't he? Just like the others. Well, I've heard stories of a relic hidden in the forest in the Castle of Crystal. Now go! This place is dangerous.
Leave Wygard, Thayer. The guild lords are tools of the Black Magician, who is Sorsabal's ally.
Flee across the marsh waste and into Isles.
Leave Wygard, Thayer. The guild lords are tools of the Black Magician, who is Sorsabal's ally.
Flee across the marsh waste and into Isles.
I talked to you earlier.
Yes, and it's worth my life to be seen with you. I've heard that the Castle of Crystal is guarded by familiars, creatures of the Black Magician. Ask Nigel how to get past them. What? You again? I told you to go away.
I can only tell you that I've heard legends of a golden chalice kept in the kingdom of Iskar.
Ho, fellow!
Nigel!
I once held the second relic, the hunting horn, for a long time after Quode was gone. Now, Felden, the keeper of the clouds, holds it. That's all my story, lad. Good day.
All of the land will look like this if the relics are not restored.
Familiars!
Can you help me?
In the Castle of Crystal, behind bronze is knowledge, behind crystals is magic, and blackness leads to death.
By going to the waterfall, you can be healed of all that ails you. By going to the waterfall, you can be healed of all that ails you.
Can you tell me anything more?
Apprentice, the Black Magician knows of your quest and is waiting in the forest for you.